I'm starting out by moisturizing my skin with the Clinique Moisture Surge Gel Moisturizer. I love applying this before my makeup. And for my primer, I'm mixing two. I'm using the Becca Backlight Filter Primer and also the First Light Filter Primer. The First Light Filter Primer is the lavender one, and it just makes your skin look so awake, so fresh, like you've had the best night's sleep. And it also leaves a dewy tint to the skin, so it's really great for photography. For that skin-like appearance, I'm actually mixing a foundation and a concealer together. I'm mixing the MAC Face and Body Foundation with the bareMinerals Bare Skin Serum Concealer. This is a really great trick if you have a natural skin-like foundation but you need a little bit more coverage. Just go in and mix a little bit of a liquid concealer in with it, and it will add a tad bit more coverage without diluting the foundation or without altering the appearance of it. This is just a combination I really like to use, especially for skin-like looks. MAC Face and Body is great on its own, but as you can see, the corners of my mouth are so freaking chapped. It is awful. It is an atrocity, and I needed the extra coverage. MAC Face and Body is definitely more on the light coverage side, so I wanted to add some concealer in just to hide those imperfections, and it just creates this gorgeous finish. So for concealer, I'm using the new NARS Complete Coverage Matte, Ultra Matte, what are these called? The Soft Matte Complete Coverage Concealers. These are their newest concealers. They're great. They are undetectable on the skin, which is why I chose them for this look. And I'm using the shade Vanilla on my nose and underneath my eyes just to brighten up my complexion. And then for around my nose area and also those areas around my mouth that were really chapped, I'm using the shade Canelle, which is pretty much the same color as my skin tone right now. And this is just a great way to, again, go in and add a little bit of extra coverage without painting your face up too much. Now I'm adding a bit of definition back into the skin with this Hourglass Cream Contour Blush and Highlight Palette. This is called the Hourglass Illume palette, and it's in the color Sunset, or that's the name of the palette. There's only one, and it's limited edition from Sephora. I have really been enjoying it. It blends out like a dream. I have a hard time finding cream products that blend out nicely on my skin. I was going to go for the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, but I really like that this one came with a blush and a highlighter as well as a cream contour. So I'm using that on a BH Cosmetics angled sculpting brush, and I'm just adding some definition back into my face. This is also going to act as a bronzer for me. It's kind of on the warm side to be a contour shade, but it just adds that kind of sunlit look, and I wasn't going for an ultra cool tone sculpted look anyway, so it worked out. I also used the cream blush that came in the palette. It's just a nice coral pink shade. Anytime I do a skin focus, I don't really use a ton of blush, so this color was nice and natural. And then I moved into the highlight and glowy part where I'm mixing the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops in the shade Celestial and Sunlight. So I mix those two together to get the perfect shade for my skin tone right now, and it just added that wet kind of dewy look to the skin. This looks amazing in photographs. It just picks up really nicely, and I'm just pressing that into my skin with my beauty blender. Anytime you're working on a skin focused makeup look, you definitely don't want to load your face down with a ton of powder or any type of powder that would look chalky. So Becca just released this new one. It's called the Soft Light Blurring Powder, and it is really, really nice. It sets your makeup in place, but it doesn't leave any trace of a powder. It just smooths out your skin, adds that nice soft mattified look, but still adds a little bit of radiance. It doesn't completely just chalky matte down your makeup, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It sets it nicely, but still you can see the glow peeking from within. I wanted to add a little bit more warmth to my face, so I just picked up a little bit of my MAC Gimme Sun Mineralized Skin Finish. This was just for the purpose of pictures. Sometimes cream contour doesn't translate as well because it is a little bit more natural, so I just added that on top of it to warm it up a bit. And that is it for the skin part of this tutorial. I went ahead and filmed what I did for the rest of my look just because I knew most of you guys would be interested. So I filled in my brows with my Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil, and then I added this cream shadow from Laura Mercier. I believe it's called Sugar, and it's one of her Caviar sticks. And then I added my MAC Eye Kohl in the shade Teddy, which is a nice kind of bronzy brown color. I just wanted a base for my lashes. And my lashes are the Eyelure number 117s. These are lovely. They're a little bit more dramatic than a Demi Wispy, but still on the natural side. And moving into my lip color, I chose the new Buxom. These are like the new Buxom lip crayons, and they have a little lip brush on the end, and mine's in the shade Hush Hush. I just pressed that into my skin and then added a gloss on top, and that completed the look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.